Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Michelle, and today I'm going to be reacting to my Connie Corso's puppy videos. I decided to do this video because when we started our YouTube channel, Dante was already a 1.5 years old, so we didn't really get to document his puppyhood. And I know that a lot of you guys comment and ask, how he was when he was younger. So I thought it would be a good idea to take you guys down a stroll to memory lane. Okay, so let's get started. So this first picture, I know I said I would be sharing videos, but I have a couple of pictures that I wanted to share with you guys too. So this picture here was one of the first pictures that we ever took of Dante. This was the day that we picked him up from the airport. I had a lot of expectation, but at the same time I was a little bit nervous and I didn't know what to expect. So this was a very, very special day. And I remember I fell in love with him and I was like, I have to hold him. Like, I want to hold him the whole time. He was little, okay, but he was very, very, very heavy. And it was in the summer, and I remember just sweating until we got to the parking lot because he was so heavy and warm. And I didn't want to let him go though. And I remember that until I got to the parking lot, I'm sure that what would have been like a 10-minute walk ended up being like 25 minutes because we got stopped by literally everyone. Everyone wanted to pet him. Everybody wanted to see him. Everyone wanted to, they wanted to ask us what kind of dog this was. But this was a very, very happy day for us. And he always had that grumpy face. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when he was younger, his eyes were a little bit blue. So, yeah, so that was the first day we got him. Okay, so...
Go fetch it, dude.
So, this video is one of the first videos that my husband actually recorded of him. I think it was a couple of days after we had picked him up. And as you can see, he was very, very, very stubborn, even as a little puppy. If he didn't want to do something, he was not going to do it. So, I don't know if you guys can really see, but behind this like green box, we had just ordered a dishwasher. We got Dante like a month after my husband and I got married. So we were still in a really, really big transitioning phase. So our house wasn't really furnished. And there was this room, this is the living room. And it was very empty except for that huge dishwasher box. And when we were potty training Dante, and he didn't really understand that we wanted him to go on the wee pad, but he knew that if he didn't go on the wee pad, it was wrong. He would go behind the dishwasher to poop because he knew nobody could see him. So I'm seeing these pictures and I'm getting so many emotions of being a little bit annoyed during this period because he was just like very, very clever. He's so little. And his behind, something that I loved about Dante was that his back paws have little white marks on them. So I just think they're the cutest thing. Okay, so let's see this next video. Oh man.
Hey.
So around this time, I'm pretty sure he was very like, he just wanted to nibble on everything. And that included like your ankles. And I remember getting so cranky at him during this time because his little teeth were like little razors. You know, they were like super, super little razors, and he didn't know how to control himself, like his bite yet. So we had to teach him a lot during this time. We had to teach him a lot of bite inhibition while he was this little. All right, next video. Okay, so this video features my first dog that I had since I was 6. His name is Scrappy, and he is 14 in this video and extremely, extremely cranky. He was just like an old man, and he didn't have patience for Dante. And you see how playful he is now? Dante is still that playful. It's insane. I always knew that they said that for Cane Corsos it takes them about 3 years to mature. But I didn't realize that like it actually meant 3 years. Like Dante is still very, very playful. Like he still does that thing that he puts his like front paws down and his butt up, and he's like this, trying to like play with you and trying to provoke you. He does that with my sister-in-law's dog all the time. All the time. So even though him and Scrappy didn't like him very much, Dante loved him. And he would always try to hang out with him, no matter what. Oh, okay, so this picture here, we tried to take Dante everywhere. Home Depot, the pet stores, and in this case, we took him to Walmart. Dante was a Walmart goer. Like every time we went, we would take Dante. And again, we would just go for like flour or like sugar or something, but we would end up being at Walmart for like 40 minutes because people would stop us all the time, like little kids, everybody. People would come up to us, oh my gosh, I used to have a Cane Corso. They would show us their pictures. It was a really great moment for us to socialize him. Okay, so this is a little bit shortly after his ear crop.
Mr. Dante.
So cute. During this time, I really took advantage to try to dress him up because I knew he was going to grow up and that I wouldn't be able to find anything his size. And that if I put clothes on him when he was big, like even if I could find it in his size, he'd look kind of dorky, you know? So I thought that while he was a puppy, he could get away with it. So that's why he's in a sweater. So this was the first bone that we got for Dante.
I get a little crazy. Lucas. We have Dante, Scrappy, and I. Ready?
Hey.
We went to Petco.
I got you a present, Dante. You ready?
A present
Dante.
that will
Hey, Dante, come here. Look at
keep
me, buddy.
this guy out of trouble and give us
Hey,
a
buddy.
couple of hours of...
Wow.
Oh!
What is this, Dante?
We got this for Scrappy too. It was on clearance.
Wow.
He's like, put on the
He
floor.
doesn't know where to look.
Well done. It might get a little crazy.
So at this age, Dante was super, super, super rambunctious. Like, he did not like to see us sitting. Like, he always wanted to play with us. He had a lot of energy. He always like wanted our attention. So we got him that bone because we're like, okay, this is gonna keep him busy for some time. I think this picture was the last time we were able to take him to Walmart because after this he got bigger and the lady that was there didn't let us go anymore. So when we would go, we had our little, if you guys see in this picture, we had our cardboard, like, we had a cardboard box and we flattened it so that when Dante would be on the cart, he wouldn't, like, you know, his paws wouldn't be going through the holes. We would only take it out when we would go to like Walmart, because that's when they would give us, we would get a cart. And he was like already conditioned to know, like, oh, we're going to Walmart. Every time we would take it out and put it in the car. This is Dante's first snow day. You guys, to this day, he loves snow. He really loves it. Okay. So this video is Dante's obedience class, and here we were learning, they were teaching us how to do recall. This is just a nice picture of him when he was probably, how many months was he here? I think he was probably 8 months in this picture. He was 8 months, so we went hiking that day. And at the 8 months, he was able to get himself in a lot more trouble because he was taller and he was just like at his like prime agility in comparison to when he was a puppy and he was still trying to figure his movements out. So in this picture, this is the cover to one of my Tupperware that he just took, and he would take something and run. So, and he was so fast. He was so fast. He would take something, run, and go under the bed. So this picture is actually on the night of 4th of July. Dante had his first seizure on that day, and he had it at night. We panicked because we didn't know what it was. We thought he was choking on something, and we took him to the emergency clinic on that day, and that's when they diagnosed Dante with epilepsy for the first time. I see this picture and I have a lot of like mixed emotions. Because from that day on, like, a lot of things changed for us because he couldn't be left alone. We were concerned, his seizures are very unpredictable, and we were concerned with him being by himself at home, getting a seizure and hitting himself on something. It was a day that really marked us, and it changed our lives a lot. I started to feed him a raw diet, and that made him better. We started to give him CBD, and we were able to lower his medications by a lot. And during that time, I got I was really down in the dumps. And, you know, he was constantly getting seizures. You know, I couldn't really do the things that I was able to do anymore with the freedom that I was able to do. And that's when the idea for a YouTube channel came up. I know that you guys love Dante a lot, and it really means a lot to me. I honestly made the YouTube channel and didn't expect to get as many subscribers as we have now. I honestly said to myself, even if I have 20 subscribers, I'm happy with that. And now we're almost at 5,000. So I honestly wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'm very grateful for everything that happened, even though it didn't make a lot of sense back then. Not only did, you know, we make the YouTube channel after that, but a lot of really good things happened. I think I changed a lot personally, matured a lot during that time, because before I was a little bit more carefree, and when Dante started to got sick, I became a lot more aware and conscious and responsible. So a lot of good things came out of it. Thank God. You know, though, I think that was the first selfie that the three of us took together. And now it's like so hard for him to get him to take a picture with us. He's so feisty. before we could just pick him up. That's us, you guys. I hope that this gave you a little bit more of an insight to us. I know that, you know, we weren't able to document him when he was younger, but I really hope that, you know, you guys liked this video and it gave you a little bit more of a taste of what it was like to have a puppy Cane Corso. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing and liking and for sending me, being so nice and supportive. It really, really means a lot, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. So thank you, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of video formats you guys like. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have been experimenting a lot. Our videos are very different from each other. The topic is usually the same, Dante, but we want to know what you guys like, what kind of format you guys like. So let me know, and thank you so much. See you next